Good morning and welcome to Living Local 15. I'm your host, Jessica Williams. Thank you so much for tuning in today. On today's show, I am taking you inside of Giordano's Italian and pizza restaurant. I'm going to learn how to build their deep dish pizza, explore their menu, and also chat with their owners. We're going to have a lot of fun. Let's do it.
Fashion, food, and fun. You're watching Living Local 15 with your host, Jessica Williams.
This segment sponsored by Giordano's.
Joining me now is Tom Fife, who is the owner here at Giordano's. Hello, Tom.
Hello.
How's it going?
Good. How are you? Thanks for having us.
Good. Well, I'm happy to be here. This is my first time walking into your facility, and I must say, it's given me a combination of like nice but kind of laid back, cozy, casual, a nice time.
Warm, fun, and cozy.
All right. Congratulations on 4 years
Thank you.
being
Thank
here.
you.
And a lot of people may have heard of this brand because it is a well-known brand out of Chicago. And I know that you have been involved in this corporation for a long time, and you wanted to bring it here to Fort Wayne. Why is that?
So my partner and I my partner was the chief culinary officer, and I was in charge of all the franchisees for many years, about 9 or 10 years. And we decided to, because we believe in the brand so firmly and how great of a brand, the quality and so forth, the whole concept, that we wanted our own. So when they asked us, I'm a Hoosier my whole life. Yeah. So when they asked us what territories, they said you could make great owners, what territory would you like? We picked Fort Wayne. Our sous chef is from Fort Wayne. I have many friends from Fort Wayne. Again, being a Hoosier, not far from here my whole life. Now we've lived here for the last 5 years. Love Fort Wayne, by the way. So we chose Fort Wayne and did a little due diligence to see what kind of competitors were out there and realized they can use a good deep dish pie along with the rest of our wonderful food, which is all homemade from scratch, which you'll see.
Which is great. And I know that you mentioned franchise, but people shouldn't think of it as a franchised restaurant. They should think of it as local, homemade, fresh items and yummy recipes, right?
Thank you, yes. The word chain or franchise, it has a connotation of people thinking processed food or just not homemade. Totally the opposite here.
Yeah.
I mean, and that's why, we're a premium brand. Everything is homemade from scratch. There's nothing cheap about our ingredients. I always encourage people at any time, because of us being family owned, come by and ask my wife, my son, or I, or our management, and we'll be happy to, as long as it's not on a crazy, Friday night or something, and show you the quality of our ingredients. But it's all premium ingredients. We get all of our Italian product from one of the largest, or the largest Italian importer in the United States.
Oh, wow.
And then the rest of it is our homemade ingredients, most of them made here in this kitchen, or more complicated recipes like the 24 ingredients in our minestrone soup, which is done at our commissary.
Wow.
But yeah, dough's never frozen. Sauces are homemade from scratch. It's our own sausage blend.
Wow.
Pepperoni, our cheese blend from Wisconsin, the same farms from many, many years. I always joke around and say there's cows out there with a big G on their booties for Giordano's, but it's our special blend that then is sent to our commissary and aged several more weeks. Brought in here, and we have this, it's called a cheese hog, that we just drop our big blocks of cheese and shred that a couple times a week. It's like good stuff. So totally the opposite of what you think of chain, and that's why I kind of cringe when I hear that word chain or franchise, because we are as homemade as a mom and pop down the block.
Yeah, so. I mean, when you said that the dough is never frozen, I mean, that is fresh dough. You make your ingredients here for the most part, which is great. Okay, but you mentioned family owned, and so this is a family establishment, and I know you like to take it to the next level when it comes to customer service. So what type of vibe will people feel in their experience from your family when they come in?
So unlike most restaurants out there, we are family owned, and you come by here and you will see my son, myself, or my wife, or our management who's been here since the day we opened. And we love to cultivate new regulars. I mean, we know so many of our regulars personally, on a personal level, become friends with them. So you will get that visit. I mean, we might miss a table here and there, especially depending how crazy it is, or if we're needing to help in the kitchen or in carry out. But you get that personal touch of saying, thanks for coming, have you been here before, and how is everything? And we want to make sure that everyone's happy and things are done right. So that personal family touch, it's here. I mean, we even have flyers that we put on our box toppers and at our counters here that show the picture of all of us, family owned. We love it here in Fort Wayne and not going anywhere. But yeah, that's
I love it.
personal touch.
That's awesome. Well, I cannot wait to explore your restaurant more and to taste your yummy dishes and have some fun.
Thank you.
All right,
Thank
let's
you.
do
Looking
it.
forward to it. Got it.
All right, guys, so we moved over to the bar area, and I am joined by Ryan Fife, who is the general manager. Hi, Ryan.
Hello.
How's it going?
Good. Thank you for coming over.
Well, listen, this food display smells so good, looks so good, so I cannot wait to dive in. But what we're starting off with are your appetizer options.
Yes.
Okay, so first let's talk about where we're sitting. We're sitting at the bar area, which was kind of designed to create that little coziness your father and I were speaking of, right?
Right. Yeah. It's just a little nook over back here that you could watch your favorite game. You could find yourself at the bar rail meeting some new people, but mostly you're getting some great food.
Enjoy the food. Okay, so let's dive in. So first and foremost, this calamari is really special because you actually cut the squid up yourself here, deep fry it, and make it delicious. So describe that to me.
Yeah, correct. So we, unlike some places where they get it pre-battered and everything else, we actually get it in squid form, hand cut it, hand batter it. And the reason we call it calamari and more is because we throw some banana peppers in there along with some fresh lemon. And then you could actually, eat the lemon, the banana pepper, and the calamari. You're gonna get a nice soft crunch versus anything chewy.
So good. And it actually has such a delicate texture. It's not rubbery. It's so delicious. And I love, fried lemon. I've had this before, so yummy, you have to try it. Okay, that is delicious. I'm a calamari girl, so check of approval there.
Okay.
Okay, next up we have the bruschetta. Beautiful presentation.
Yeah, so the bruschetta here is, again, one of our, lighter appetizers, nice light way to start your possibly deep dish or pizza. What we do is with a fresh ciabatta piece, we glaze it with garlic oil, fresh mozzarella, a marinated tomato with a balsamic glaze and fresh basil, as you see there. I encourage people to get it just because it's, it's something lighter, something more flavorful to accent any heavier item you might have.
Yes, so good. The flavor, the presentation first off is beautiful, but the texture of the mozzarella is just so fluffy.
That's the nice thing about fresh mozzarella. It just kind of melts in your mouth. Yeah.
Love that. Okay, so now let's move over to this salad. You have a chopped salad. Tell me all about it.
So chopped salad is by far one of our more hearty salads. Some people will even substitute that as their meal. So we're using romaine mixture chopped up nicely. We have blue cheese in there, bacon, tomato, cabbage, diddly noodles, some fresh chicken that we cook in-house, fresh, and it's just kind of a nice concoction with our honey mustard dressing. And we're definitely known for our chopped salad by far for all of our salads.
Very good, nice and cold, so much flavor. Not overwhelming with the dressing, really great balance, and also light. So, you can try a little bit of the bad fried stuff, but also get
some fresh salad.
Get some greens in. Okay, so before we move into this lovely big dish over here, let's talk about some of your drink options. So I see we have some cocktails that are lined up here. You have a full bar. People can get beer, and they can get wines, and also cocktails. So let's talk about each of these. First off, the green tea.
Yeah, so the green tea cocktail is just a nice, it's just one of our drinks that we came up with. It's got the Irish whiskey in there. It's just a nice, refreshing drink. Kind of goes good in my opinion, all throughout the seasons. And of course, it's just kind of goes well with whatever you're eating.
Yeah,
not too heavy,
nice little,
not too
sour taste to it.
A little tanginess. Yeah.
Yeah. So people love green tea shots. People who like shots, I hear about it all the time, but this is a green tea beverage, so you can still enjoy that full flavor for a longer time.
And you're not going to be falling over on your way out, right? It's got a nice balance.
Exactly. Okay, and then we have this beauty in the middle, which is something about some kissing.
Yeah, exactly. The cranberry kiss there, so that's got just again a nice balance to it. Sugar around the rim, a lemon twist on there. It's just one of those things. It's a little bit sweeter, nice palate cleanser. My opinion, it's again not something too heavy or too light.
Right.
Just a nice nice little drink to keep you going.
And actually not too sweet because I'm not a sweetie, so typically I stay away from the martinis. But that is nicely balanced.
Right.
Yeah, I could order that. Okay. And then last, A good old fashioned, but this is
Yes.
named after your dad.
Yes, that is my personal drink actually as well. So that's our Tom Smoke Old Fashioned. So we're using authentic Luxardo cherries, which I encourage, taking a bite of that cherry at the end of your drink.
Yeah.
Some Woodford Reserve, our smoked bitters, some agave syrup. It's a very clean old fashioned versus some of the ones with club soda, all that other stuff. This is
Not
just
ruin it with club soda. Oh my goodness,
Right.
no, that is perfect.
Woodford Reserve and just some nice accents to it that helps you enjoy the cocktail.
Yeah, I totally agree. Okay, so now we have to go to the main attraction here, which is the sampler plate, because really it gives people an opportunity to try a little bit of everything. So we have the bruschetta from before. So tell me about the other items located here.
All right, so we have some fried boneless wings. They're not processed by any means. You'll see some nice, it's a very tender piece of chicken. We have our cheesy garlic bread, which is made fresh in-house. It's a piece of ciabatta that we pan across with a cheese fondue. Then we put more cheese on top of it, mozzarella, parmesan, and then obviously dip that in any of our sauces. And then lastly, we have our fried mozzarella triangles, which, kind of like a cheese stick, but shape of a triangle.
Love that.
With some fresh mozzarella provolone inside of there as well.
Love that. Okay, so it's time for Jessica's favorite pick. And so out of all of these items here that I just tasted, drum roll, this calamari, I love calamari so much. So I love that it's fresh. It has just that delicate texture. And then on the drink side, you already know, it's the old fashioned. Okay, so we're gonna continue to explore your menu and try some of the entrees.
Can't wait. Yes.
All right, let's do it.
Living Local 15, proudly driven by the Kelly Automotive Group.
This segment sponsored by Giordano's.
Welcome back. I am here at Giordano's, which is an Italian restaurant that has so much to offer, and we've had some fun so far. I am joined by Ryan Fife, who is their general manager. Okay, so we had the appetizers, we got introduced to the cocktails, and so now we're going to dive into some of your entrees. So let's start with this flight option that you have. It looks really cool.
Yeah, so our flight there is underneath all that beautiful sauce is some homemade meatballs that we make fresh, hand rolled and everything. The first one you're going into there is our vodka cream sauce. Again, sauce made from scratch. It's just a little mixture between Alfredo and marinara. That one cutting in there is our Alfredo sauce, also made fresh in-house. And lastly is our homemade meat sauce, one of my personal favorites.
Taste one. Homemade.
The meat sauce, you can tell too. I mean, a lot of our sauces. My personal favorite's got to be the vodka cream on the end there. But we get a lot of people that they'll even mix it up.
Yeah. Okay, so let's dive into this sandwich, because look at this hearty portion size.
Yeah, so that sandwich there, this is also seen as our lunch combo. People could order for dinner as well, but for $13.45, you could get this nice, this nice combo here. So that's the caprese melt. It has fresh chicken that we make fresh in-house. We have marinated tomatoes. We have some lettuce with a balsamic and pesto sauce on top of it. So it's just like got a flavor punch in my opinion. And then on the side there you have our Greek salad. That's gonna have our fresh lemon vinaigrette, some fresh tomatoes, cucumbers, green peppers, Kamada olives.
Love those.
Put on top with some feta cheese and some parsley. Just again, a nice light salad, but also goes good with any of our sandwiches.
So good. All right, so I know this dish is your favorite.
Yes, it is.
What is it called? Why is it your favorite?
So this is our country style rigatoni, newer to our menu. The reason I love this one so much is just the combination. It has a fresh spinach, fresh mushrooms, our Italian sausage that you'll find on our pizza line that's also made from a raw steak. And then you got this nice vodka cream sauce to blend it all together. Some side pieces of bread to absorb all that extra sauce that we serve with it. But it's a very flavorful, hearty pasta with that nice big rigatoni noodle that is just, gotta love those carbs.
Okay, well this was piping hot. So delicious, oh my goodness, I love when I can see the steam roll off of it. And it's a fun version of a pasta. Instead of the typical rigatoni pasta that has like the meat sauce and it's like the red, this one's fun and it has some greens in it.
Right.
That spinach makes it healthy.
That's right.
Okay, so I've choose Jessica's favorite pick out of these options, and you know what? We're on the same page.
All right, all
Your
right.
pick is my pick. That's my favorite. So next, we're gonna have some fun, and you're going to teach me how to make the deep dish pizza.
That's right.
All right,
Yes.
let's do it.
All right.
Ooh, oh. Yes, that was awesome.
All right, so you can go ahead and put that on the top shelf.
Okay, I thought he wanted me to. Woohoo! Up here.
Take some practice. Beautiful. You're gonna make some air holes so the pizza breathes. Now, you have successfully made our more meat deep dish.
Ta-da, ta-da.
And that'll go in the oven for 45 minutes.
All right. Okay, Ryan, that was so much fun learning how to make your pizzas here.
Yeah.
And I like to get my hands dirty a little bit. So now we're going to taste some of your pizza options, and I cannot wait because it smells good. And so, where do we start? Let's start with this beauty.
Start with this one here. So this is our hand-tossed tavern style. So this is going to be our chicken sausage deluxe. So we have some chicken sausage there, which is a unique, spin-off of, instead of chicken, instead of sausage, it's a flavored chicken sausage, which is phenomenal. We got some fresh spinach there, which has a cheese blend with some spices, and then we top it off with some mushrooms, get them, nice and roasted on top there. So it's a nice difference, different pizza in my opinion.
Extremely hearty.
Oh yeah, yeah. That meat hiding underneath all that cheese, sneaks up on
And
you.
look, it's not falling.
Uh-uh.
I love when a pizza's intact.
Right. It's not oozing all over the place.
That is good. I really like the flavors. It feels like a more healthier choice.
Right.
For sure.
Right.
Yeah.
That fresh spinach definitely makes a difference.
Okay, so before we tackle that deep dish over here, let's talk about this, because at first I thought this was a deep dish.
Right. So this is our Parmesan crusted pizza. So much different than our deep dish. Don't get it mistaken. So we have a nice Parmesan crust that we lay into our cast iron pan. So when we knead the dough in, you get this nice Parmesan crusted crust on the bottom, the sides, all throughout. And then instead of a second layer of dough, we use sliced mozzarella. So you're gonna get kind of the consistency of a thin crust, but you're gonna have those nice high walls with that Parmesan. So it's just a flavor punch, but also, not as heavy as the deep dish. This one in particular is our margarita. So you got some fresh basil on there, fresh mozzarella, and then hidden beneath all of that is some pesto.
Yes!
Something that's just
Look at that
phenomenal
pool.
flavor.
Look at that pool. I can taste the pesto. I love pesto.
Yeah, this one right here has got to be my favorite in the Parmesan category by far.
Yummy. Okay, so now on to the main attraction, which is the deep dish. Okay, this is such a hearty, like I'm looking at all the levels and layers and ooh, look at that. Okay, so talk to me about the deep dish and why it is so popular.
So our deep dish is our fame and glory right there. So it has a one layer of dough in a cast iron pan. Again, with that fresh dough, everything's made from a raw state. We put over a pound of cheese in our small. So on the bottom layer there, you're gonna have your fresh sausage, your pepperoni, your layer of cheese. Then you're gonna have another layer of dough. So we encapsulate that kind of like a pie. And then you're gonna have the things that like to crisp up. So in this case, the bacon and salami on top. We seal all that together, put it in the oven for 45 minutes, and you get a nice, hearty, famous Chicago deep dish pizza. And me personally, looking at this, I'm sure you'll know I could hardly get past 2 slices myself.
Right. Okay, Ryan, it's time for me to choose Jessica's favorite pick out of all of the pizzas. Okay, so, I think my favorite is going to be this healthy, light choice, so much flavor. Boom, boom. It still has the spinach that's
Yeah.
in it and so much other really great vegetables and flavors. Okay, so let's talk about specials. I know that you always have something going on here.
Yeah.
So what specials are coming up?
So coming up for Valentine's Day, you know, how deep is your love? We do for the week of Valentine's Day, we do a heart-shaped deep dish available in our medium. So you could either get it fresh in-house or you could even do a frozen if you'd like to take that home to someone. We have on Sundays, kids eat for free for 10 and under with the purchase of an entree, which is nice because during these times, who doesn't like a little savings?
10 years and under?
10 years old and under.
Wow.
Yep. And then lastly, we have for Super Bowl coming up, we have our game day specials.
Yeah.
I encourage you to look at the website for that. There's quite a few options coming from pastas, pizzas, cookies, wings. It's quite some savings on those deals.
Yeah. And then you have like daily specials happening too.
Yeah, so Monday through Thursday we have drink specials. 3 to 6 p.m. we have half off appetizers Monday through Friday.
Okay.
And then if you sign up for our send text promotions, we constantly are having deals sent your way.
Yes, and just the last thing that I need to highlight is the fact that beside your bar, you actually have a retail area that has pizzas people can buy.
Yeah, so we have a frozen section. It's convenient as it looks. We could buy any of our small deep dish frozens. We have 7 options available, so you could take it home, bake it up on a cold day, or just if you're looking like staying in. And we also have some apparel there. We have some desserts. You could just take it home and conveniently get out of here.
All right, well, thank you so much for spending time with me and letting me taste all of these yummy, yummy dishes, and I had a blast.
Thank you very much.
And if you all would like more information, we'll have their website listed below so that you can see everything they have to offer, from the food to the drinks to all of the specials. And thank you for joining me today. Remember, you can always catch up on episodes and segments of Living Local 15 by going to WANE.com, downloading the WANE app, and also checking us out on YouTube. And I'll leave you with this. It's never too late to live your best life, so start living it today. And I look forward to seeing you here tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Content segments during today's Living Local 15 were paid for by these sponsors.